Hello everyone, I'm currently setting things up. This is going to be a test stream. The goal of this stream is I'm actually going to attempt to find one stock that I think is undervalued. And then I'm going to upload it, stream it, and then I'm just going to rewatch it to see if I made anything wrong, how's the audio quality, video quality, all that stuff. So that's the purpose of this. I can engage a little bit and see how that goes, but yeah. I think this chat could be larger. What do you guys think? Maybe up here? I wonder where's a good location for the chat box. Here might be good. Okay, so I'm gonna... Should I invite people to watch this? I mean, I could. Is that how I do it? Gotta figure out what is a link I can use to live stream. Nope. How do I get a link for this? How do I get a link? Oh, copy stream link. Yeah, I'm very noob at this, guys. That work? Oh, nice, it worked. Okay, I'm gonna take that and share it to my... Okay, I shared that. Okay, so welcome everybody. This is continuous compounding. First and foremost, I started continuous compounding as a Substack where I write about stock pitches. A lot of my stock pitches are based in Japan, but I'm honestly opportunistically driven, so stock pitches can come from anywhere, any country. My first one was actually a US company. My second one was a European company. And then since then, I've done a lot of Japanese stocks. My most recent stock pitch has been on Glory 6457. If you guys haven't, you guys can check it out. My most recent stock pitch. Also check out my Twitter. I have over 2,000 followers on there. I often post on Substack and on X. So follow me on either platform, and also remember to subscribe to my YouTube. That would be very helpful. So a bit about the challenge. So originally I wanted to do a continuous challenge where I spend 8 hours a day live streaming myself going through the Japanese Company Handbook until I finish all, just under 4,000 companies. But I think that that will be a little bit challenging given I have some personal circumstances that require me to be able to be nimble and stop the challenge at a given time. So currently what I'm doing is I'm going to be doing a monthly challenge where every month I will start the month off by trying to find 10 quality companies within the Japanese Company Handbook. So that is what I'm trying to do. Okay. So without further ado, I'm going to just go off on this challenge and test things out. So originally, I had actually started going through the Japanese Company Handbook, and I actually had posted to my followers a few companies. The last time I left off was on Okurio and Hikaru food service. So I'm going to start off on this page. And essentially every single month, after I find 10 companies, I will note down exactly which page I stopped at. And the subsequent month, I will continue where I left off, essentially. Yeah. And not only will I be going through this company just with the Japanese Company Handbook, I will also be using Koyfin, right? And I'll also be using, I have my own, way of just calculating enterprise value in an Excel spreadsheet, which is just easy. I find that this is more accurate than relying on what Koyfin says. And I'll also put my best ideas into like a tier list. So let's say, I find that round 1 4680 is S tier, then I would put it up here. And yeah, I don't know what these mean yet, but I will figure that out as I go, because I believe in failing fast rather than delaying doing this any longer. So yeah. So let's start off. Oh, there's someone in the chat. 7808. Okay, what company is that? I guess I'm taking special requests now, eh? CS Lumber. Interesting. Okay. Let me take a look at the company. Description. Okay, so they do construction contracting and real estate leasing business in Japan. It manufactures and sells pre-cut products, undertakes construction of wooden detached houses. Oh, they do construction too, and general wooden buildings. Rents and manages real estate properties and sells real estate properties. Interesting. Okay. Take a look at some of the financials. What is enterprise value? I like to quickly look at, oh, it looks cheap. No EV, EBIT, see what the LTM is. Okay, it looks cheap. Thanks for the question, Pfizer. Thanks for joining me. Let's see. Okay, revenues has consistently gone up. Peaked in fiscal year 2022. Dropped recently. Gross profit tanked when revenue dropped, and it tanks hot more than the revenue. Pfizer, if you don't mind me asking, what is your thesis on 7808? What is your current stance? If you don't mind sharing. Okay, let's take a look at profitability. Oh, pretty good return on equity. Return on assets is very low. That means that indicates to me they have a lot of assets, a lot of cash, probably. I'll take a look at that later. Okay, not bad EBIT margins. Not bad. Okay, enterprise value. Let's take a look at market cap. Okay. Increase debt. Increase their debt. Hey Pfizer, do you know what they're using the debt for? Yeah, it seems like they're investing into something, but yeah, I'd have to look at the in more detail. So far, based off of these multiples, it looks kind of cheap. Profitability is decent, right? It's not like really single digit in the EBIT margin part or in the net income. Does get impacted by operating leverage though on the downside. And do you know why they had such a big boost in fiscal year 2022? Was it because after COVID, people started doing renovations and that kind of stuff? So then, or I know, I guess in Japan, people demolished their old houses and built new ones. So that might, were there more housing starts during that year? Okay, I can look into their investor relations. Customer satisfaction through lumber. Interesting. Oh, it's all Japanese. Do they have an English version? You send a write-up? Where do you send me the write-up? Where did you send me the write-up, buddy? Yeah, you can either send it into the chat, you can send it via DM on Twitter or Substack. I can have a look. But on the surface level, I would say that this company does look cheap and is probably worth taking a deeper look. I would need to figure out why they use the debt, why they're raising debt, and whether that would pay off into the future. In chat, what the hell? I don't see it. Okay, while Pfizer sends me that, I'm going to continue looking at the Japanese Company Handbook. I'm looking at 1401 MBS right now. I should probably zoom in so you guys have an easier time looking at what I'm looking at the same time. Okay, so oh, my DM is closed. Yeah, just send me your X profile. I'll click into it and see if I can add you, follow you back, and then we can talk. I don't want to. I guess I can tweak the settings on the side. Yeah, I didn't know that that was a thing. Let me change those settings. Privacy, security. I was not aware that I was not allowed to get DMs. Settings and privacy. Direct messages. Oh, I didn't know I had that turned off. Thank you for letting me know. Damn, I might have received way more messages then if I had that turned on. Wow. Okay, perfect. Well, it's enabled now, so you should be able to DM me now. Sorry about that. Okay, bring this back. Shiba Surfa. All right, giving you a free shout out here. Shiba Surfa. Hello there. Oh, I'll probably message you on the side here. Yeah, not in the front. Okay, let's see. Now, Shiba Surfa, is this your Substack? Or is this someone else's? Wow, this is a big position. Okay, 0.46 book value. 3% dividend yield. Excuse me. Yeah, I agree. Okay. What? When is this? Was this written? Okay, June. Oh, recent. This was really recent. Okay. I don't want to kick into that video. Correct. Okay. Okay, but noting U.S. housing market in the context of Japan, I don't think it's really accurate. Unless they export to the U.S. Okay, that's how he draws a link. Okay. Okay, how did it affect rents? Let's see. Okay, they didn't give any units, so what the fuck is this? This is, let's see, 37.4 million, is it? Hold on. 3.7 million, 370k, no, that's not right. What is this, 37,000? No, that's not right either. What? Okay, this is, I'm gonna skip through that. Yep, so insight onto this is I've seen videos about single house construction in Japan. Usually what happens is that they will have already pre-cut the lumber off site so that when they're building the house on site, it's like faster. That can happen, yes. IKEA files, okay. Yeah, exactly, yeah. And comment on how the audio quality is, that would be great. Yeah. Okay, thank you very much. Pfizer, thanks for showing me this. I will read this and then you can rewatch the stream tomorrow and figure out what my viewpoint on this is. Yeah. I don't know if I can give a super fair opinion on it because I can't spend that much time to actually you know go in depth as I would like. I'm sure this person has researched this company more than me, so it's based off of like his initial. Let's see, what is this person's main thesis though? Okay, I see something interesting here. Rental revenues for 2025 are expected to be 7.366 million. And this means you're paying less than 5 times rent. 8 times rental profit with DNA. Okay, for the whole company. What is their market cap? Market cap is 5 billion, so that's like less than 50 million at 1 to 100 rate, so less than that even. Yeah, but let's call it 50. Yeah, I wish he didn't use USD numbers. I wish he used JPY numbers here. So okay, and JPY, what is that? USD JPY. Okay, 1 billion yen. That's like 1 billion yen, essentially. Yeah, so 1 billion yen for a company has a market cap of 5, and then an enterprise value of 9, because they have debt. So is kind of ignoring the enterprise value portion, which I don't think is completely accurate, because if you, let's say you mortgage a house, right, you're not only just going to value it based off of the equity, right, you're also taking on a large portion of debt. So the actual price that you paid for the house is still, if you paid $1 million for the house and you put in 20% down, right, and that's 200K, and if the rental property makes 50,000 or 40,000, let's say in this example, right, it's not that you paid 5 times rent, right? You actually paid, 20 times. I don't think that analysis is completely accurate here. If Koyfin's enterprise value is accurate, that is. Okay, that's a fair point. Yeah. Okay. So I would say that you have to also look at where this real estate is located. You can't just say like, hey, 90 million of real estate. Of course, I haven't looked too deeply in this company, right? But if you have real estate on the books at a certain level, but then let's say it's in a place that was hit by tsunami and people are exiting that city, for example, then how much is the real estate really worth, right? So I would take a better look at where exactly this real estate is located. If you told me it's in Tokyo and it's 10 minutes from, and each property is 10 minutes away from a nearby train station, then I would agree with this analysis. But I would say it really depends on where the real estate is located. Right, so you have to look at the also political risk, or like what the policies are, right, in terms of building. But then, what is this relative to like housing starts and that? What is that relative to like historical levels, right? Like, do we know what the demand is, right? Do we know how much is being absorbed by the market, right? So, I mean, where is this narrative to begin with, right? Like, no one is building anything in Japan anymore. Is not, well, that's never been true. I don't even think that's the narrative. In Japan, they are definitely building, because anytime you have an old building, people don't want to renovate it. People just tear it down and then rebuild. So I don't know what he means by this narrative, but okay. I might be very pessimistic in reading this Substack. There's probably more positive things I can say about it, but right now I'm just my brain is just finding inconsistencies for now. Okay, I haven't been persuaded either or. I would say that this is a good overview of the company, but I would say the company appears on paper to be cheap, but I think you definitely need to do more due diligence. Obviously, I'm not a real estate, guru or anything, but I would say that yeah, you have to look at the, housing start data, real estate data, what is being absorbed by the market. Where does CS own their real estate? Where are they building the real estate? Where are they renting? Where are they leasing? It's more nuanced than we think. So yeah, but I guess the key point is true is like, okay, the majority of their profit right now, increasing percentage of their profit is being accounted for by leasing, right? So they're being less and less dependent on the actual sale of pre-cut trees, but also the pre-cut trees portion could also increase their earnings if we enter a construction cycle. Yeah, that's all I'll say about that. I don't really have a firm stance. I'm saying this could be a good investment, but you have to put more time. And I can't say yes or no, given literally like 5 minutes of analysis. Yeah. Okay, going back to Japanese Company Handbook. Let's take a look at this company. So 1401 MBS. I don't think I'm going to be taking more requests, but thanks for that. I just haven't engaged with a user, so I think that's kind of fun. So I'll just do it this time. Maybe I'll do it in the future as well if I get bored. But yeah, let's take a look at this company. So MBS engages in exterior remodeling, original abrasive technology, and special coating agents. Okay. Okay, interesting. So they're a company that creates basically coating and that protects basically materials from deteriorating over time. I think that is the idea. Sales been increasing, which is good. Operating profits doubled in 7 years. That's nice. Oh, net income hasn't really doubled. Market cap. Stock price has been relatively stagnant. Okay, so here's a good point where I would just go into Koyfin to look at the company more. It looks interesting, but I would like to read about it more. Oh, that's interesting. They do interior innovation as well. That was not covered in that description, which is interesting. Interesting. They're called home makeup. Okay, let's take a look at their financials. What's their enterprise value? What is their valuation? Okay, not much debt. Cool. Cash. 6 billion market cap, 3.8 enterprise value. What's their latest quarter valuation at? 9 times. So it looks like it's going up then. Take a look at the overview. Okay, 5 years. Okay, it's trading near its all-time high. Since 2023, it's gone up. In April, it rebounded from 600 to 800, back up to 800, so it went up 50%. Okay, let's revisit the income statement. So in 5 years, that's gone up like 30%, roughly. Same thing with gross profit. Operating profit went up more. Why is that? So I guess gross profit increased at a higher rate than SG&A went up. That would make sense because they're selling a coding agent. They're not doing actual like construction work, so it does scale. There's operating leverage in that. You have budget debt. Income 43. No, 33%. Okay. Profitability, take a look. ROE of over 10%. That's not bad for a Japanese company. Yep. Return on assets. Kind of low. SG&A has gone down. Yeah, so that shows operating leverage there. So the current market cap is even higher than this one right now. So, you're out. Okay. Okay, I see there's 3 viewers in chat. Hey TS, whoever this is. Yeah, I'm actually doing like a test run of it right now. I'm currently looking at 1401 currently. So yeah, I plan to just do this tonight for maybe 3-4 hours just to get it out of my system and then figure out, you know, that way I can gauge at what pace I'm currently going and then optimize my process so I can be faster. Yeah. So yeah, I don't. This seems like a small company with let's see, if it's 6 billion market cap, it's like 60 million. So like 45 million probably around there, like around 40 million market cap, USD wise, around there. It's a small company, so I don't expect them to have like other IRs, like English IRs probably. My voice is cutting off. How about now? Was I just speaking too slow, like lightly? That's strange. My connection is excellent right now. I'll try to speak directly into the mic. I'll lower this monitor so you guys can see me a little more. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna quickly translate this IR and then I will analyze it real quick. With my mic. Okay, let me try to figure that out right now. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go on my phone and then live stream it into my own earbuds, into a set of earbuds, and see how I sound. Let me see if I can figure this out. Thanks for pointing that out, though, by the way. I appreciate it. Okay. Okay, it might be. I don't say it's your problem, but I'm listening to myself speak through just my mic on my phone, and I sound quite clear actually. Okay, there are two other viewers. Can you guys tell me? Can you guys tell me how I sound to you guys? Yeah, I don't know TS. Like I'm literally listening to myself on my another device, and it comes through very clear. So I generally have no idea what's going on. If another viewer can kind of tell me how the audio experience is to them, maybe I can. Oh, what device are you using right now? Are you using a mobile phone? Let's see. I think you mentioned it. Yeah. Yeah, do you know if you're using like a desktop right now, a mobile phone right now, or a tablet? Or maybe you try to put in earbuds? I don't know if that would help. I'm not sure. Okay, I'm gonna go back to continue my thing. Okay, let's look at MBS. Okay, sales went up, operating income went up more than sales as a percentage, which is good. Yeah, good operating leverage across the board here. They don't pay a dividend, but they're forecast. Wait, hold on. No, they are. They're going to pay a dividend. They're forecasted to pay a 13 yen dividend, so they've increased their dividend. So what's nice about this, looking at this stock right now, is I literally just looked at the 7808, which was on lumber. Now this is external coating on a property, but I think it's you know, within the realms of construction, so that's cool. Oh yeah, for those that do not know, the website I use to convert the Japanese document is called Online Doc Translator. That's what I used. iPhone 15. Yeah. Sorry, buddy. I don't know what to say. I literally listened to myself on my own device and it sounded perfectly fine. I'm really not sure. Sorry, man. Maybe what you could do is if you have a laptop, or I guess if you're in bed right now, it's kind of hard for you to get your laptop or whatever. But don't worry, like this stream is going to be uploaded to my channel, so you can always tune back in tomorrow where you left off. This is going to be here, and maybe you can even watch everything in 2x speed. Right? It might be better that way. I mean, I shouldn't say that because I want to keep viewers online as much as possible, but yeah. Okay, construction industry is facing difficult conditions due to rising prices of construction materials and labor costs, putting pressure on construction profits, as well as aging of construction workforce and problems securing human resources. Okay. segment profit in homemaking is around, this looks like close to 20%. Oh, that's really good. The construction business. Thank you, TS. Thank you very much. I'm sorry for the audio quality, man. I don't know why. I don't know what I can do in this scenario. This is new to me too. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I will be. I will definitely be continuing the challenge, and you can definitely tune in at a later time. I guess one thing you could try is maybe put in some earbuds, like AirPods, if you use the iPhone, I guess. Yeah. But thank you. Looking forward to you engaging in the future. Oh, okay. NL. Let's see. Adjust noise gate. Okay, good idea. I know where to get that. I literally just added a noise gate recently. Noise gate, and then what do I do? Adjust gain on your mic so it doesn't cut out. Okay, is the gain too much? I guess I could lower it. Yeah, lowering it to 10. It was at 15 before. I'm lowering that now. Now, NL, do you know how I can adjust the noise gate so I can show you the thing? This is what I have it at right now. Is this what is causing a problem? Yeah, so it doesn't have a sudden shift in volume. Let's see. Okay, guys, I'm gonna a friend of mine is watching the stream, so I'm gonna pause the audio quickly to get on a call and try to figure out this audio. Maybe I can talk to my friend to discuss how to figure that out. So I'm gonna do that right now. Hello, hello, hello. Okay. Turn audio back on so people can hear me. How does this sound now? I'm just gonna talk about random gibberish so you can hear my voice. And when I'm typing, I'm this close to the mic, so you tell me how it sounds right now. And then I'm going to magically increase my voice volume just to test it out. Hello, 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 hello. Okay, that sounds good. Yeah, yeah. Hey, TS, if you're still there, can you let me know how the audio is? But you're probably out, but yeah. Yeah. Okay, so I'll stick with this for now then. I'll stick with this for now. And then if I need to adjust it further, I just keep increasing the close to like, let's say -40 and then -30 for the open. So type shit. Okay, okay. Okay. Okay, I'll keep this setting for now. Okay. This setting. And you let me know if you see any low quality stuff that I need to adjust, and yeah, I'll just tweak it. So I already have it literally in front of my face right now. Yeah. Good? Okay, well, I'll just continue now. Okay, close that. Okay, thank you, bye. Okay, thanks everyone for your patience. Yeah, viewership just dropped substantially after tweaking. I'm sorry, guys. But yeah, looking at MBS. In construction business, due to decrease in new construction and renovation works, sales were 61 million yen, down 74%. Well, that's a major down shift, resulting in a segment loss of 3.6. Okay, in other business, which consists of real estate business, which handles real estate buying and selling transactions, the business related to the sale of coating materials. Franchise stores sales were. This is a really small amount, so I don't really care about that. Current assets dropped. Tangible assets will increase, intangibles increase. Investment in securities increase a lot. But this is $500 million, and then the company is valued at $6. Okay, so even if we account for that, like 1.26, so 6 billion market cap, you have 1.25, this is 1.7, let's say, so 6 minus 1.7, 4.7, sorry, 4.3. So 4.3 enterprise value, roughly. Oh, investment properties. Depends if you want to net that out or not. But rather e-liquid though. Did they have any segmented breakdowns of their... Okay, homemaker business. Yeah, majority of it is from here. From their homemaker business in terms of segment profit. Majority of it is from there. Construction work doesn't really do much. Do they have... That's previous. What is the current one? Oh, current one is better. Current one increased. Let's see. Wow, construction work dropped substantially here. But I guess okay, I'll probably have to look into that a little bit more. But like the main thesis is on the homemaker top business, right? And figuring out. Okay, interesting. So they have it separated out. So there's scaffolding construction, and then there's material work and home makeup work. Interesting. What is home makeup work? Can we see that from their company website? A profile. Home makeup work is kind of an interesting way of describing things. Business content. Restoring the beauty of deteriorated exterior walls of buildings and strengthening the resistance to environment using our unique construction technology. So for those who don't know, I'm familiar with, so in Canada, well, after a certain year, the exterior of an apartment just starts to deteriorate, and you do need to redo the exterior walls. And usually when that happens, people have to chip in, owners of the apartment have to chip in money and then pay a special levy. I don't know what it's like in Japan. But yes, this is very much a thing. Skeleton disaster prevention coatings. Yeah, okay. I think I've seen enough for now. Not a great amount, but like yeah, drop in revenue. Wait, hold on. Market cap. Revenue gain hasn't been much. So okay, what you need to do to further understand this business is essentially we have to look at what is the supply of older units in the market that will be renovated, right? Because in Japan, they have a tendency to not renovate really old buildings. So even if you have old supply, potentially people just give up on it and get it do a demolition and then rebuild, right? So I think sales come from two areas. One from new housing starts where you just put in place a coating immediately, or through renovation boost in sales that the market is missing, and you would have to look at that type of data to determine that. Currently, that's not obvious to me yet. Looking at the valuation here, doesn't look that undervalued. Doesn't look that undervalued, in my opinion. So I would put 1401. Oh, now I can use my tier list. 1401. Where would I put this? You know, I don't expect revenue to grow that much or get out of line. Deteriorating population trends. I don't have a firm understanding of the real estate. Let's put it at C for now. Yeah, that's why I would put that. Okay, next company. West Holdings. Real estate development, sales of newly built houses. They backfired. So they transitioned into a holding firm in 2006. Installs power systems nationwide. Okay. Alignment of solar power generation systems for self-consumption. Cured in China, Canada, and elsewhere. Okay, so sales have, well, dropped, tanked completely in 2023. It's kind of resurfacing. Seven. Oh wow, this stock has been tanking. Interesting. Wonder why it went up so much. 2020 to 2022 went up a lot. Figure out why it went up so much. Oh, interesting. Sales didn't really increase. Oh, I guess it increased a little bit. Now it's tanked. Okay, dropped in 2020, 2014. Okay, gross profit around 20%. What it looks like. Okay. Increased substantially here, even though revenue. But a lower sales point from before SG&A went up. Let's look at enterprise value. Yeah, why did it increase that much? Right, even though sales didn't go that much. Yeah, like doubled in a year. I don't see why it doubled in a year. Maybe there was some government incentives, maybe? To incentivize people to no, but then you didn't see an increase in sales though. That's weird. Hmm. So it traded growth stall multiples and now it's trading at 15. Profitability. Oh, good EBIT margins though. EBIT margins. Hmm. Increase a little bit. Healthy net income margins too. Interesting. Interesting. RSC is trash. Okay, so then the question becomes when I look at this is okay, their profitability is really good. Profitability is really good, but the thing that concerns me is that um RIC is very low. Now, why is that though? The cash flow. Is it because they invest a lot into assets, but then like you look at annual depreciation, how's that gone trended up? Whereas so they're investing in something. Right, okay. Okay, so they've had some big investments. The company's worth 60 billion. That's like that's like equivalent to a 400 million USD market cap. And they spent 11, a little over 10% of their market cap on capex. Hmm. So for the stock to tank like this, it means they're investing into something, but whatever they're investing right now, the market doesn't like or think that's wasteful or doesn't have the returns that it formerly promised, right? Which explains the increase in multiple here and then the subsequent decline. It's still maintaining a growth multiple, but okay, let's take a look at it further. Look at it further, right? So then, okay, what we're looking for okay, is it able to deliver on its growth prospects? That's essentially what we're trying to figure out here. I wish they had English. Do they have English, please? Do they have English? Doesn't look like it. I don't think I'm very lucky here. Translate. Please translate. I need some translation here. English, please. Thank you. Don't know why it's not automatically translating things. Okay, we'll just open this stuff to see what it is. So Q1, Q2, this is Q2. Half year decline in revenues. Ooh, decline and everything is declining. Okay, so no wonder the stock is tanking. I'm just gonna put this in the too hard pile for now. Actually, let's take a look at about, because I want to figure out what they actually do. The description wasn't that great. Business area. Let's look at renewable. Okay, business area, renewable energy, energy conservation business, green power business. Yes, business, customer service, overseas business. Okay. What is their energy and mega solar power plants, residential building? Okay, interesting. Surplus electricity sales. So in a residential setting, if they have more electricity than they can consume, they can sell it back to the grid. Okay, so this business is a solar play, essentially. I'm not very familiar with this, industry. Interesting. With energy conservation, save energy. Okay. Green power business. Oh, they have wind power plants as well. I wonder what their segmented revenue breakdown looks like. Oh, okay, let's see. We can see this. Okay, 81% renewable energy. So 81% is from having these solar farms. And they're developing good. Okay, so, Okay, I'm gonna make some assumptions here. So as we know, in Japan is opening back up nuclear, right? So if you think about, I think what you have to focus on here is essentially what is the mix of energy that Japan is going to be using, right? This stock would hugely benefit if nuclear power plants go down, but if nuclear power plants go up, which seems to be the trend that people are betting on, then the use of renewable energy, even though the margins are quite good, the revenue won't go increase as much, right? But the margins are pretty solid. The profitability is solid, right? EBIT margins, gross profit margins, the income margins, these are good. These are good margins, right? And what else would lead to require more energy? As we know, Japan still uses a lot of hybrids and gas vehicles, and they have K cars, so they still use those K cars don't use a lot of gas. electrification of cars is slow in Japan. So I guess if, what basically you have to ask yourself what would result in an increase in electricity usage. And then you have to ask, where are we sourcing this energy from, and what is a mix likely to look at? And you basically bet on that. I think that's what we're doing in this company. Let's look at analyst estimates, because this is a new industry for me. I don't know too much about it, but okay. We basically think that the consensus estimate based off of 4 analysts is that it will go up to 65 billion. What is the EBIT on this? 15. Oh, 4 times EBIT. 4 times what? Hold on. Oh, they have debt. Debt. Ooh, a lot of debt. A lot of debt. They have a lot of debt. They have a lot of debt. Broski. Okay, so this is around 50. 50 on top of that, so 110. 110. 110. So if the analyst estimate is EBIT will be 15 and has an enterprise value of 110. Okay, 90 is 9 times, right? So hold on. Sorry. 6 times. 6 times is this. So around 7 times. 7 times EBIT. Okay. 1.6 times is right here. Is that cheap for a solar company? I don't really have a basis of that, but this could be where the value is right now. This could be where the value is. At what rate would this be a kind of very easy type of scenario? I think it was just 5 times. If it drops to 5 times, then I think, let's take a look at debt pay down, because if they, if they can effectively pay down debt, that would be interesting. So issued, repaid. So they've been good at that, but then debt has been kept at a constant. Oh, it's been increasing actually. Increasing. Or look annual. Sorry. Debt has been increasing. Is it sustainable? Now we look at is it sustainable. We have to look at solvency. Oh, EBIT to interest expense is like really high. Okay. Debt pay down. What does debt pay down levels look like? 18 to 20 mil. 20 billion. And they're raising more capital to finance probably new firms. If they don't build out more, they could probably pay down everything in 4 years, is what it looks like. And when they build more, they can generate more electricity, and then yeah, this is like it's a lot of supply and demand type of metrics here. So I would put this in a kind of difficult pile for me personally, because I don't really have much experience. This does look better though. This does look like it, like if you understand solar power better, I think that you could probably play this better, but it doesn't look super devalued here. 1407, where should I put this? What should I put this? It does have more growth potential. Yeah, I still think nuclear is more. I want to give it a B, but it's like it's in between a B or C. Okay, let's put it in here for now, because it's harder to kind of figure out some of the things. Okay, so we've gone through 2 companies. Next one, Shobon Holdings. A lot of construction material companies we're looking at. A constructor specialized in repairing and reinforcing concrete structures such as bridges and buildings. Okay. Civil engineering type stuff. A leader in repair work for bridges and gaining attention thanks to National Land Resilience Plan. Okay, so some political agendas could be beneficial to this company. Comprehensively handles development and sales of repair materials as well as repair work entered into repairing. Entered into the repairing field with development of epoxy resin-based adhesive and lining material. So its core, yeah, selling resin materials at its core. Okay, so sales have increased around 50% since 2019. Operating profit has almost doubled in that time, which is nice. So there's operating leverage. Profits have almost doubled, not quite. EPS has stayed the same, so they probably issued some shares. Domestic construction is 95% of revenues. 28% owned by foreign owners. Wow. They're in a $2 billion company, so this is like a $3 billion company. Okay, so it's a big company. So as there's a stock split for 2-for-1 in July 2019. Hence it going down to 167. Okay. So from 167 to around, okay, so EPS did double. So we had to look at in 2020, that period of time. SC, I think I assume that's stock-based compensation, possibly shares issued. Okay. Interesting. Okay, take a look at this. 414. You know what? I think what I need to do is I need to figure out a process where I can go through these companies a lot faster and be like something about it, just like no, you know. I think that would help. So that's increase. So I like what I see so far. You know, revenues increased around 50%, and then operating income almost doubled. I like that. Okay, they have some debt. Oh no, this is interest income. This is net. Okay, this is positive. So they probably don't have that much debt. Yeah, they have no debt. Ooh, okay. So they're building up a cash balance, which is interesting. $250, $230. 12 times. I need to look at the breakdown of the revenues. That's what I'm most interested in, actually. The profitability. Let's quickly take a look at that. Nice. EBIT margins are really high. Gross profit margins really high. SG&A hasn't really gone up. Oh, that's nice. Let's drop down a little bit. Nice. The income margin really healthy. So it seems like they have some type of competitive advantage with their bonding, which is cool. Solvency. I mean, they have no interest. So they have no debt, I mean. Oh, nice. ROIC is in 13%. That's nice. Really good. So that's probably why the multiples are, you know, quite decent. Quite decent. I quite like it. 7 times. What's the price been like? Let's take a look at that. So in the last year, it's actually gone down. 900. Price target of 64, 60s. So we're looking at around a 30% increase based off these estimates. Not that I really think that they're accurate or anything, but it's going up. Okay. My question is, can they, if they have such a good lockdown in the Japanese market, actually, I don't even know that actually. Do they have lockdown in the Japanese market, or do they do? Repairing and reinforcing social infrastructure. This is a much better description than whatever the fuck was on here. Companies involved in civil engineering, construction work, contracting, provision of repair and reinforcement for roads, bridges, tunnels. Also manufactures and sells synthetic resin materials, including adhesive. Okay, this looks interesting. This is worth looking into. I think this is a better company than what I've looked at so far. But yes, they have English. Hallelujah. Thank God for bigger, higher market cap companies, right? Okay, let's take a look at this. Oh, I love looking at IP. Oh, I like the aesthetic of IP. So let's take a look. Okay, so it's the wind. They have the wind projects. Okay. Okay, so they have to bid. They have to make proposals and then bid. Okay. Oh, they have a large order backlog. Okay, so if they have a backlog, you kind of can forecast. I mean, have a look at their balance sheet to see essentially, yeah, what the backlog is, because that can indicate what their future revenues can be. Construction materials went down though. Well, they're a big company, 1,000 employees. What does this mean, orders and sales here? What's the differentiation here? Oh, I get it. So if orders are greater than sales, that means that they have a backlog, meaning they have to fulfill it, right? So sales is what they fulfilled, orders is what people have ordered, right? So yeah, having more orders than sales is good. Yes. 25 is a good matching year. Construction progress. Construction materials progress. Okay, so I need to remind myself just right now that I need to figure out a way to expedite my process so that I can figure out, hey, what does this look like? Does it look promising or not? And to what level? So what is something I need to ask myself this question? What is something I can look at right now to kind of sway me one way or the other? Okay, national government, local government, Nexco, express companies, private sector. A lot of them are government. Nexco. Other. What is Nexco? Nexco Japan. Central Nippon Expressway Company. The Central is one of the main operators of expressways and toll roads in Japan. It is headquartered in Nagoya, Aichi Prefecture. As a result of privatization of the Japan Highway Public Corporation, it manages roadways mainly in the Tokai and Hokuriku regions. So there's East Nippon Expressway and the West Nippon Expressway, but then they're saying the central one. This is a consolidated. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. So okay, mix between private and private. I mean, okay. Interesting. Well, because Nexco is really relying on them for the civil engineering projects. So, okay, is Nexco publicly traded? Nexco Japan stock? Are not publicly traded on the Tokyo Stock Exchange. All the companies are joint stock companies. They are wholly owned by the Japan Ministry of Finance and open. Oh, okay. Huh. So okay. So one thing you have to figure out for the stock is figure out why the backlog is in. Like, why are the orders going up? Is it because of just increasing material costs? Is it because of like increased demand where like roads, bridges are literally deteriorating, so it requires this type of work? East Japan, West Japan. Interesting. Government budgets on this type of spending. That's interesting. Okay, so the orders and sales have roughly the same trajectory. 15 order backlog, around 30 to 40 billion. Now it's increased to 60 and 80. Interesting. In this type of scenario, I'm not sure how, because if the government is the main customer, right? It's interesting. See, this is where I'm not familiar. I'm not sure if this company should have the pricing power or the government should have the negotiating power. Because they both need each other, right? And then who are their competitors, right? That's also interesting, right? Because they have to bid for this type of stuff. But it seems that they're doing a great job. Yeah, Nexco East, Central, and West. Okay. Majority of it is coming from order backlog, order received, construction sales. Interesting. Yeah, this is too much. This looks interesting. This does look interesting and promising because these are pretty stable contracts. The government's not going to default on payment, even if even if you have customer concentration in this type of scenario. I don't think you mind. But this is definitely kind of outside of my circle of competence for now, but I can definitely read up on it and get better. Let me review the enterprise value and the multiples. Historically, what has it been? Okay, there could be some multiple expansion. Could be some multiple expansion here. 12 is kind of low. In between 10 and 17. Around 14 is the midpoint here. PE. Wait, hold on. Why is it? What results in the PE dropping that much? Okay. Okay, no, that's fair. Is it cheap though, or is it fairly valued? Yeah. It's trading near at the lows right now. Price of book 2.8 times. These are very like this revenue is very predictable. So predictable revenue. So you would so because the cash flows are more stable and less risky, it should demand a higher multiple just in general. What is the dividend yield on this? 2.9%. 148 on 4911. So this isn't really a growth company. This is a company that has very secure contracts. And that is what is resulting in this, higher multiple. Because the government's going to default on any of these construction projects, right? So yeah. I would put this as a higher quality business than the other two that we looked at. But it's not like the best opportunity, I would say. So 1414. Nice. Okay, next. You know what I should do? I should time myself. How long is this stream? Oh, an hour and a half. We've done this for an hour and a half. Okay, let's do a 15-minute timer. So that anytime I go past 15 minutes, because I've only done 3 in the last hour and a half. Of course, I've had some bugs, right? But let's time 15 minutes so that we kind of can speed run through 4 in an hour. And then as we get better at this, we'll try to like aim for 10. And we'll do that. I think that's a good challenge. Do that. Next one is Mirai Eat 1. Telecommunications engineering firms. Leaders in industry for okay. Gaining attention as a 5G related stock. That sounds nice. It might not be that good. Oh, Michael. Thank you, my friend. Thanks for tuning in, Michael. Michael is he runs a Substack and the Twitter page, Asian Century Stocks. So for those who are interested in any Asian stocks, Michael is your guy. Okay, stock price hasn't really moved much, as we can see. Sales are quite diverse. NTT, ICT, environmental. Okay, let's take a look. That's a 1417. Your one company engages in telecommunications construction. Okay, electrical construction, so engineering work, an architectural and construction business in Japan. The company engages in the building and maintaining various social infrastructures, including communication infrastructures and construction of optical fiber networks. Okay, Also involved in projects that contribute to local town and community development. Yeah, that's bullshit. Okay. Take a look at the company. Wow, they have some manga thing going on. Company information. Let's take a look. I like looking at pictures. Is it business introduction? Let's see what business name. Mirai domain. Number 1, Mirai domain. Town and village development. Corporate DX and GX. Hello, DTF Capital. Welcome. Hmm. Okay, this is very similar to West Group, right? In this green, and then you see solar panels. But interesting. So do they provide software to the telecommunication companies and then charge some type of SaaS revenue? Oh, 90 countries. Wow. So number 2, business, environmental, social infrastructure domain. Oh, this just sounds like bullshit to me. ICT system is information and communication system. Communication technology such as networking. ICT system. An ICT system is a setup consisting of hardware, software, data, and the people who use them. It commonly includes communication technology such as the networking. Okay, so there's some learning curve for me if I were to look at this company. Communications infrastructure business. Hey, DTF Capital. Revenue breakdown and percentage as recurring and SaaS. You're talking about Mirai, right? I'm assuming at this point. Sure, let's take a look at that. Yeah, I think the SaaS part is probably the software part, software business. There's probably a couple of components. One is like the actual hardware sales, and then another part is the construction of telecommunication towers and infrastructure, and then the third part is like managing that type of hardware, which is with the software. Ah, thank you. That is a very good point. Um, let me think about how I can do that. Let me think about how I can do that. Uh, that is a great point. Let me. Hmm. Ah, okay, I can do it here. We are currently looking at 1417. And we are looking at Mirai 1. Mirai 1. Okay, that should do it. Do you think it's not obvious enough, or that let me know if you think that this is good enough. So top left, I kind of on my social media handles, I put in the ticker and then the company I'm currently looking at. I could alternatively create a separate bubble for that. But I guess this could be a little distracting. I could create a new one. That's fine. Let's try that. Source. Okay, so I have a second source now. Oh, that's not it. Seconds. Okay, perfect. Okay, we can do this. Ticker. We write 1. Font. What was my other font? Oh, I guess we can choose a different font here. Move dish. Where should we move this? Where would be a good spot? Oh, this is a good spot. We can do that here. Okay. Guess we'll type in the yeah, okay. Let's put in I need to find my I can never remember the color code for continuous compounding, so I have to search it up real quick. FFBD59. Font size bigger. What does that look like? Is that too big? I want a different font. Oh, it looks kind of ugly. Any of you guys have a good recommendation for font, do let me know. I'm just randomly clicking at this point. Oh, well, that didn't do very well. 157. That looks interesting. No, I think this is good. We can just do that for now. Yeah, we'll just do this for now. And then I will adjust it in the future. Oh, I can move this so it's more clear over here. Perfect. All right. That was good. Yeah. That's what we're looking at right now. And thanks for tuning in, everybody. We're at 4 viewers. Yes. And the max we topped out at today was 4. So it would be nice if we can beat 4. I'd be very happy. And I'd be super happy if we can hit 10. If we can hit 10, I'll be ecstatic. But 5 would be a cool goal for today. If we can hit 5 viewers at one time. Because I wasn't actually planning on doing this, but yeah. Lumpy free cash flow per share and too low margin for balance sheet. Okay, that's too low. Free cash flow per share and too low margin. Let's take a look. You could be. Oh yeah, you are right, my friend. My friend, yes. Enterprise value. You're right, yeah. So usually in these type of spots, what I like to do is I want to see if the margins have tanked. Like let's say it tanks at 1%, right? But if it tanks at 1% and it maintains like a historical multiple, like let's say it's lowest at 5, but at 1% it's still at 5. Then not only if margin goes up, there could be a huge gain, but this scenario doesn't look like one of those scenarios at all. Just look at the, oh my god, we're at 6 viewers. Holy shit. This is crazy. This is crazy. I am on cloud 9 right now. I wonder what my Twitter is looking like. Is there engagement on Twitter right now? Let's see. Oh yes, thank you, Michael. Thank you for sharing this to your viewers. That's nice. That's probably why I have 4, but that's nice. Awesome. Nice. Okay, we're at 6. We're 60% of the way to 10. If I get 10, I would be super happy. So if you're a viewer, I'm not trying to bribe you guys, but if you guys can repost that post, that would be awesome. But yes, I agree. Okay, so all right, DTF Capital. Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay, you know what? I mean, we're still going through this, right? So I'm gonna, has it been 15 minutes? Oh, I have 2 minutes till 15 minutes, but there. Let's put it into a D category then. Okay, next company. I'm gonna close some of these tabs. Next, we're going to Interlife Holdings. Flooring works for display industry. Interior works for stores such as department stores, restaurants, and commercial facilities. Focus on investment in venture firms for a while. Okay, so lack of focus, but consequently returns to core business. Okay. Oh, high sleep well investments. Thank you. Oh, you retracted your message. All right. I won't comment on it then. Thanks for joining me, Trung. Hopefully I pronounced that correctly. Sorry if I didn't. Okay, so this description is telling me all sorts of things that doesn't really like solidify like what exactly they do. So interior design works 50%, audio and lighting equipment 35%, equipment and maintenance 9%. Nice DTF Capital. Yeah. I like how you retyped it. Yeah, now he can't retract it now, right? Yeah. Okay, so price, 15. Okay, I'm gonna reset the 15-minute timer. So this next one, you max 15 minutes on this stock. 1418. Let's take a look. Excusez-moi. Okay, this is a much better description of what the company does than what it was on the Japanese Company Handbook. I feel like, yeah, this is way better. Okay. Let's quickly look at the enterprise value. Okay, kind of low. Has been up to 26 even. 59. Wow, okay. 59. Market cap right now is more cash than debt. Has some debt. Market cap is 6 billion. So it has like a 5 billion enterprise value currently. So 5. Okay, let's look at the income statement. Keep in mind that usually when I do a deeper dive, I will look at the actual balance sheet to look for investment securities. But Koyfin does not account for that in their. All right, DTF. I guess they're not really DTF for some of these companies, eh? You do not fuck with these companies. All right. Ooh, that doesn't look good. That doesn't look good. Okay, let's look at profitability. Ooh, ooh. Okay, hard pass. Let's move on. Yeah, let's not do this. 1418. I agree. Maybe even need to create an F category, right? Just you know, like an E tier or an F tier. You know, like just you know, you know what? Let's do a don't bother. Let's do a don't bother tier. You know, I think that's kind of funny. What would be a good kind of color for that? I think purple. It looked like barf, right? Yeah, I like that. I like that. I like that. Okay. So let's change the row height. I believe I set it 30. Okay, okay. A DTF category. All right, just for you today, okay, bro? Let's do that. Okay, so DTF category has to be, you know, has to be up here. You know what? Let's turn the S here to DTF. Let's do that. So maybe this can be like a stream perk where like every time I do a stream, the most engaging username will be put as that category. But for now, let's do DTF as a DTF category. So I will do no S. Yeah. So thank you. Thanks for the recommendation. I like that a lot. All right. Okay, we have a special request. Shin Mant 6086. Okay, guys, my throat is feeling a little bit dry right now. I'm gonna be taking a quick break, and I'll be coming back in, let's say, give me 5 minutes. Okay, 5 minutes or less. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Be right back. Oh, look at that transition. Oh, like that. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna mute my. All right, I'm back, everybody. Thanks for the wait. Okay, so DTF capital, awesome. So DTF category would ideally tick these boxes. Okay, let's put these parameters in here, so that we can. Okay, DTF parameters. Okay, I like this. I like this. Okay, so we need a growing free cash flow per share. Greater than 15%. Interesting. Clean balance sheet. All right, expanding and stable margins. Okay, expanding and stable margins. Top 3 market share. All right, buddy. You're looking for a unicorn right here, right now. Resilient business with over 1 billion market cap, ideally. US. Okay. These are risks greater than. Well, 1 billion market cap would be like 150 yen. So 150 billion yen MCAP. Okay. Is this also what you look for? Sleep well investments? Is that what you're looking for, Trung? If you're still here. I hope you're still here. If you're not here, then whatever. But yeah. Okay, well, I can't guarantee. I'm not going to screen for this right now because it's not part of the challenge, right? The challenge is to go through the Japanese Company Handbook. So, but I said that after the break, I will look into Michael's company. So let me take a look. A special request. Just because it's Michael. Okay. Oh, and your sleep well portfolio. All right. You and Trung can go get a room. Okay, it's like it's okay. Wow. I like this. Oh, jeez, this was juicy. Okay. But last couple of years has been quite okay. April dropped to a low of 700. Jinmen Holdings provides maintenance services in Japan, offers facilities, equipment, and interior and exterior related maintenance services. Okay, Shinman Holdings was incorporated in 1985, headquartered in Tokyo. Okay, let's take a look at the enterprise value. Okay, so currently it's 15 market cap. Take a look at the quarterly real quick. Okay, basically no debt. There's 3.5 billion in cash, which means this is around a 12 billion market cap. So it doesn't meet DTF standards. So this is immediately not possible to be S tier already. All right, we're off to a bad start already. Okay, multiples here. Okay. Okay, 7 times. PE 15. Why? Does the tax rate hurt them that much? Increase 50. Okay, revenues increased 50%, and gross profit increased 66%. Operating income doubled. SG&A increased 50%. Around 33%, 30 something percent effective tax rate. Increasing dividends per share. Payout ratio quite consistent around the 25 to 30 to 28% region. Also profitability. Oh, nice ROE. I like that. Oh, EBIT margins are kind of low. Hmm. Okay, so it doesn't require much capital to generate its return, which is a good thing. That's good pick. Good pick. All right, all right. But it's not. It's not a DTF pick though. It's a good pick, but not DTF pick. That's what it seems like, right? The cash flow. Oh, oh, very low depreciation. Subscribed. Subscribe. How do you subscribe? What is subscribing? I don't know what that is, guys. I'm like new to this kind of stuff. Is that mean they're a subscriber? I just gained a subscriber. Is that what it means? You know? Oh, I need to change the name because we're looking at a different company now. Okay. 6086. And then Shin Mant Holdings Company Ltd. Done. Thank you, Celeste Barcia, for subscribing. Man, it's my first time doing that. Oh no, that was from before. You know, we still have 50 minutes to look at this company. I feel like I've been put into a puzzle. So like I know Michael likes it, but I had to figure out why I like it. So okay. So I'm seeing operating leverage. I'm seeing currently high returns on investment capital, high ROE, which is good. Means that if they were able to reinvest that capital into more projects with the similar return, then that can be very fruitful. So what we're gonna do is let's take a look at their website. Shinpro, or partner for unknown adventures. We handle store maintenance in many industries, including restaurant, retail, product sales, beauty, and nursing care. Okay. Now, I wonder if the thesis is that a lot of stores require maintenance. But then, what makes their maintenance more superior than other people's maintenance? You know, what is that's something to figure out. Let's look at the company information. Let's take a look at the company profile. Take a look at this. Nope, that's not what we want. These are not what we want. You know what? Let's take a look at some IP. I like looking at IP. Ooh. Okay, Michael said, I honestly don't know much about Shinman, but recurring revenues and their EPS CAGR have been incredible, despite the restaurant industry downturn during COVID. On my watch list, I've yet to dig in. No problem, Michael. You know, I'll do the initial lifting. You know, I'll put in the initial 1 to 3 reps. You know, labor bottleneck. Okay, let's see if that is true or not. You know, I might have a different perspective. Okay, let's take a look at IR library. Take a look at. I like looking at IP because it's fun. What is this? Why is this 2022? I don't like that. Not really scalable. That is a valid point, but let's take a look. Okay, yes, I like that they have fiscal year here. Oh no, not in English. Why not in English? No English? Is there English? Is there English? Here's the report. Is there a security report out yet? If that is out, I can do some stuff. Ooh, okay. Let's take a look at series report. We'll translate this. And then after we translate it, then we can do that. Yeah, I'll download this too. Okay. So we got, this is FS 6086. Don't mind me, guys. I need to translate this in a in another window because I don't want you guys to see my files and stuff like that. So bear with me here, guys. I will be back real quick. Why is the file so dense? Securities report seems awfully small for 91 pages. Okay, I hope it worked. Do I want to donate money? No, I do not want to donate money. All right, one more document to translate, guys. Give me 1 second. I need to look at the financial statement. You guys, for every Japanese company that I don't have that is solely in Japanese, this is the kind of stuff that I have to do on my own. You know, this is a showcase of the amount of hard work and dedication I put for you guys. Oh, DTF, you're going away? No, no. Why is there a lady that contact you at this late of a night and say that they are DTF? Sorry for that joke. Yeah, see you next time, man. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for contributing. Thanks for helping out with the offering your knowledge. Yeah, definitely the next time, please tune in. I definitely enjoy the engagement. Okay, sales went up 15%, operating income increased 22%, operating leverage is very clear right now. Forecasting a lower dividend. I wonder why they're doing that. Are they doing that because they want to invest? Thank you. Thanks a lot, DTF. Thank you very much. I will keep, in honor of you, I will keep your DTF tier here for now. But then if you want it to be maintained, you need to come back. Okay? Thank you. Oh, they did a 2-for-1 stock split, which is why this has gone down. So in theory, this is like 36 yen. So they have increased it, but then they have more shares now. Okay. I'm looking at the securities report just to get a brief overview of exactly what the company is. Business contents. Okay, let's take a look. The main business is to provide maintenance services on behalf of the client headquarters. Japan seems to have a call center open 24/7. I think that's part of their edge. McDonald's is a customer, as is Uniqlo. ChatGPT doesn't mention a platform, however, behind the times. Okay, so I guess what Michael is trying to say here is that if someone needs like McDonald's or Uniqlo, because McDonald's can be open 24/7, right? So if someone requires some maintenance, like I don't know, like if there's a cracked tile, cracked flooring, and it needs repaired, then Shin Ment is your man. Okay, but let's read the business contents here. So the group's main business is to provide maintenance service on behalf of the client headquarters for malfunctions of equipment, machinery, interior and exterior decorations, etc. of stores and facilities. So major customers in the food and beverage, product sales and retail business, nursing care business. Specifically, the group accepts maintenance requests for stores and facilities nationwide and selects and arranges appropriate contractors from over 10,000 subcontractors. Okay. Maintenance keepers nationwide, depending on the type, region, content of the request, to provide a one-stop maintenance, the service that resolves malfunctions of equipment. Okay, yeah, I said that already. Okay, this is Chinese for Dimpo. This is a store. Let's see if Google Lens can depict what is going on here. Stores and facilities, headquarters. Okay, awesome. Thank you very much. Purchase function. Okay, that's purchase function. What is this? Operation function? I think this means operation function. Sales functions. Oh, okay, okay. And then what is this? Translate, please. Maintenance keeper. Okay, so I think what this means is contractors. I think if I were to extrapolate what this means, this is contractors. Sales function. And this was equipment function, was this? Purchase. Oh, okay, so they purchase, sales, purchase. Okay, okay, I get what that means now. Okay, holdings. What is this? Store facility maintenance outsourcer. Okay, so the outsourcer connects, there are third party to connect contractors with stores. The stores are the purchasing function, and then by connecting the contractor to the store, it is a sales function. Okay, okay. The group's business is broadly divided into one-stop maintenance services and maintenance outsourcing services. One-stop maintenance services include emergency maintenance services to respond to sudden problems. Yes, exactly as Michael pointed out, 24/7, as well as interior and exterior of stores. Okay, and preventative maintenance services to regular inspect, repair, wash, and clean equipment and machinery for stores and facilities. Maintenance outsourcing services provide kitchen equipment manufacturers with a group's maintenance system. Maintenance outsourcing services provide kitchen equipment manufacturers with our group's maintenance system, thereby supporting them in improving their own maintenance response capabilities. Okay, I think what this means is, like, let's say you're Panasonic, right? And you have a Panasonic fridge, that commercial fridge that you sell to, let's say, McDonald's, right? And then that breaks down, and you contact Panasonic customer service, and they will contact Shinmant for their contractors to fulfill their group's maintenance system. I think that's what that means. Okay. Okay, one-stop maintenance service. Emergency maintenance services. This is the most, well, anyone knows if you hire a plumber on the day that you need plumbing, you're gonna get screwed, right? So that has high margins. So one-stop maintenance essentially is that, emergency maintenance services. Oh yeah. Wow. Okay. So yeah. So this is exactly. So 24 hours, 365. They have people on duty to provide any type of maintenance work that is required. A set repair request, 24 hours a day. Yeah. When a request is received, an interview is conducted with the store facility, and advice is given to the store and facility regarding any problems that is able to handle itself, thereby preventing unnecessary costs and time loss for the customer. It reliably and quickly confirms reports on completion of maintenance, and it is possible to share accepted repair requests with the store. Facilities headquarters maintenance data from information management using the web. Okay. Maintenance dojo. What the heck is that? Okay, so they provide training for customers. So like let's say McDonald's staff, if they need to repair the this is not true, but if they need to repair the ice cream machine, then this is something that they provide training on. Okay, so they probably have some like web portal or something like that that provides training, or it might be in person. Maintenance of kitchen equipment, water supply, drain and sanitary equipment, air conditioning, air supply and exhaust, duct equipment, electrical equipment, lighting equipment, gas equipment, interior signs, exteriors, opening, automatic doors, gas, locks, lift shutters. Okay. Disaster prevention equipment. This is the name we use for our subcontractors who perform maintenance on our customers' stores, facilities, and headquarters. Okay, I'm gonna ignore that. Preventative maintenance services. So this is maintenance that's not urgent, but can be routinely, I guess, scheduled. Right. This is a service which maintenance keepers are dispatched to perform regular inspections, maintenance, cleaning, disassembling, cleaning, or to prevent sudden malfunction of facilities and equipment that could disrupt the operation of stores and facilities. We provide pre-season inspections and maintenance of air conditions that are in full operation in the summer, disassembly and chemical cleaning to maintain. Okay, so first impressions of when I look at this is, are there any more segments? Maintenance outsourcing. Okay, 3. I'm gonna finish reading this and give my my initial thoughts on this business. Maintenance outsourcing service. This is a service in which the group acts as an outsourcer for the maintenance services provided by kitchen equipment manufacturers. Kitchen equipment manufacturers are required to strengthen their maintenance systems, such as repairs and maintenance, to further improve the services they provide to their customers. But due to decrease in skilled workers and the difficulty of building a system to handle nights and holidays on their own, they would like to utilize external forces of outsourcing to this company. On the other hand, our company was considering efforts to increase the number of maintenance requests to Maintenance Keeper and to continuously activate the Maintenance Keeper network. Maintenance Keeper network, I wonder what they mean by this. But this could be the network. So again, going back to the example of Panasonic has a fridge, and you know that every 3 years, some component within the freezer fails, then by year 2.5, you would do that maintenance. I think that's what it means. Therefore, we aim of both parties coincided and we start this business. Our group accepts repair requests from the kitchen equipment manufacturers' call centers, selects and arranges for maintenance keepers. After the maintenance keepers complete the repairs and maintenance on site, our main job is to support a completion report to the call center. Okay, Dusk & Co. What is Dusk & Co? Let's take a look. What is this company? Dusk & Co is one of Japan's leading franchisors. Our business range from mat and mop rental to professional cleaning to Mr. Donut shops. What the heck? Dusk & Co. Let's take a look at Dusk & Co here. +15 business range from mat and mop rentals. Let's go with food group. I think that's most applicable here. Mr. Donut. Okay, it's not Dunkin' Donut. It's Mr. Donut owned by Duskin. Katsu, Boston House. Okay. Yeah, continue. Okay. Okay, so I think given that that's all I'm gonna look at, review some of the financials here. Okay, so if I were to look at this company and I were trying to determine like whether this company is, undervalued or not, because they have 10,000 contractors, I would look at how many restaurants are they currently servicing, what brand are they servicing, what are their competitors, how many employees do they have, what is their market share, because and then look at how has their, because of sales, the sales can indicate pretty much what their market share is like relative to their competitors. So we can either look at market share in terms of sales, because of course different services have different charges, right? And we can also look at the number of employees and contractors that they can have. Of course, that's not the only number, because there are also independent contractors, right? Like mom and pop people or self-employed people who have their own businesses. But basically, we want to gauge exactly how big is the market for this type of service, for outsourcing this type of service. What is Shinman's market share? Is it currently growing market share and capturing market share? And then where do we see it growing, right? Because from my understanding, because when I was looking at Glory, right, in the US, they have like 400 something million people. Japan has 125, if I remember correctly. But then the US only has like around 7,000 something restaurants, and the same applies to Japan. All right, so Japan has a really high density of restaurants per capita. Okay, so if not more restaurants are being open, like we've already kind of maxed out or hit the limit of restaurants being open or new restaurants being open, then where's the growth coming from, right? Is the growth coming from restaurants being open? In fact, the reverse could happen, right? Where restaurants are closing down. Actually, I don't see that, because there's really good tourism, and with tourism, that probably withholds the restaurant industry in Japan. Okay. So I guess a couple things to consider are probably what is the, obviously they don't just cater to food and beverage, right? They cater to other businesses as well, right? So you look at, yeah, like okay, let me just take a look at revenue breakdown real quick. Let me just take a look, see if they have how detailed their revenue breakdown is. Give me 1 second to find that. Sales. 707. Where's the breakdown, buddy? Maintenance services. What else? You have to have a better. Okay, don't break it down that much. Preventative. Preventative is so low. Preventative is so low. Is that low? Million of yen. 1,000 of yen. So this is 2.6 million is maintenance. See, I think that preventative should be much higher. But potentially other businesses are better at this. So I think value creation from this company could be from increasing its preventative maintenance services, because this is way more reoccurring. This is more like one time. This is non-recurring, but the thing is, it's a probability thing, right? Like if McDonald's ice cream machine breaks, they need someone to fix it, right away. Not in the States, but maybe in Japan. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see if they can do that. I think quality of earnings would increase if preventative maintenance services increases. Any other revenue breakdowns? Okay. First quarter, second quarter, third quarter. Let's see. Around an extra 6, around an extra 6, around an extra 6. So pretty flat. So things just break on average. Pretty evenly, so that's good for earnings, right? You don't have seasonality in your earnings, is what it's indicating. Let me go back to that one. Can I search 23102 here? No, I cannot. Can I search 2604? No, I cannot. How about their financial statement? Can we go to the end and see some additional breakdown here? Does not seem like we can. That sucks. It's usually in the back. No, we're not lucky. We are not lucky. Okay. Yeah. Okay, let me make a conclusion here. So, okay. Revenues will increase 50%. Gross profit increase 66%. Operating income doubles. 4.4. Actually, SG&A increased substantially, but depreciation dropped. Okay, I can understand why that let's think about outsourcing, right? Like if you have contractors that are on contract, so this is a human resource company, or this is not an asset. This is a very asset-light business where all you need is essentially like an office space. You can rent that or own it. And call centers. So this is a human capital business that probably scales quite well. And the thing is, let's say sales does decline, right? Then the amount of people that you do need to contract can be reduced, right? You can also just hire less people for the call center. So I would say margins are quite defensible here. I might be wrong. That's just my initial impression. Don't quote me on that. But yeah, that's probably why ROE is so high. Now the question is, it's 7 times, 7.8 times, was 5.5 times at one point. Okay, this could be the downside part of this company. Whereas, it's increased 50% for now. Let's look at another period. 9.8, ooh, a rapid growth in this year, but then it slowed down. Okay, if this starts slowing down, what happens? That's the question, right? Could it because it's already saturated the market sufficiently, right? I guess the multiple right now is not really a growth multiple. Actually, what is it currently? 15, 3.5, 12, 12, 12 on what? 12 on open 1.5. So that's a 8 times, okay, 8 times EV EBIT right now. So what could happen is essentially this company can turn into one of those companies that just keeps hoarding cash. And then because it keeps hoarding cash, the EV keeps dropping, correct? But then it has nowhere to kind of allocate that cash, correct? What is their dividend? Yeah, they need to keep increasing dividend. Is there merit in buying back stock? Yeah, so I think, okay, to determine if this is truly as undervalued as you would like, you have to figure out exactly what is the growth opportunity in revenue. Yeah, what that looks like. I think that's just a key thing. That's just a key thing we're going to be having to look at. And if we think that, you know what, let's take a look at what the consensus. What, I forgot I even had that function. Is there a consensus? 1 year from 2 analysts, 29. Oh, so it's a double by the 5th year. Interesting. EBIT is 1.7 at this point. So we're 12 EV. 12 EV 1.7, 3.4. 0.47 is, quickly just do that math. I'm too lazy. Okay, 6.9 times. Roughly, I think 1747 I put in, but whatever. 7 times, yeah, 6.7. Yeah, my concern is how are they investing back into the business, right? What that looks like, right? And like, if this is just maintenance, right? Is there opportunity for them to become an HR company for other types of industries, right? So what categories can it expand beyond, food and beverage or HVAC or whatever those categories may be? But yeah, that's my thing. Like it's unclear, but there's promise. I think it requires more due diligence in order to get a better view. But this is a pretty good company. I would put this in. I put this in the B tier. Put this in the B tier. Actually, this might be better than even the 1414 one. Honestly. What do I do here? What do I do here? Do I put it down to C? Or put this up to, I don't think it's an A though. I don't think it is an A. Okay. So we're gonna go do this. I think this one's better than these two, but this okay, we're gonna do this. So we're gonna order rank these. Maybe, you know what, we can knock it off if we find other ones, right? So it could be something like this. Yeah, okay. So still B tier, but as at the end of the list of the B tier kind of ordeal here. Okay, I've been streaming for 2.5 hours. Okay, next one is, okay, we skipped Interlife because it was bad. Okay, let's time this. Yeah, there you go, Michael. Hope you enjoyed. Oh, there's 4 people. Hello there. Welcome. Next one is Tana Home. We're gonna change that. 419. Tana Home. Okay, a builder of custom-made houses founded in Chikugo City. Already, just hearing that doesn't sound very appealing. Affordability in high-end houses. Okay, so housing construction. So from my understanding of housing construction in Japan, these companies tend to not have the greatest like valuations. Okay, sales increased by 30%. Ooh. Ooh. Increased by 30%, but operating income doubled. Wow. Why? Oh, expected to double, sorry. So from here to here, increased by around 50%. Here to here is around 30%. Revenues forecast to be stagnant. It is true. It's hard. I can't imagine how they can scale. You're welcome, Michael. I'm glad that you agree with my assessment. Great minds think alike. They could increase their take rate, but already 22. Oh, so I guess you're saying the market share is 22%. Interesting. And do you know what are like the top 3? Like, what are the top? What percentage do the other top ones have? Is it like there's one person 50%, or is it pretty evenly split, or does or do they have the highest market share right now? That would be my question. Interesting. Oh, ROE 24%, ROE not 10%. Stock has doubled. Oh, interesting. I wonder why. Okay, let's take a look. Okay, so over, I should put an alarm for 10-15 minutes. Okay. Oh, I see what you mean. Okay. I see. Now, is that competitive, or is that like if they have the highest market share, right? Then, or let's say McDonald's is just used to using them, for example, right? Then they do have pricing power, right? I'd also imagine that also, like, if they're the only 24/7 provider, right? Like, they can really boost their take rate at certain times as well, I would think. Maybe they're keeping it low to gain more market share. Not sure. But yeah, that's an interesting concept. What do you think the highest the take rate could be, though? I have no concept of what are the upper and lower bounds for this type of thing. Obviously, mom and pops would charge lower. But like, yeah, 22% is nice, and it's pretty much you're just a third party connecting another party, right? Like a contractor. So it's yeah, that's why their margins are so high, and it's risk free pretty much for them. Yeah. So wow, incredible growth from this company. So Tama Home engages in the construction, architectural design, real estate, insurance agency business in Japan. The company operates through housing, real estate, financial, and segments. Custom built homes, home renovation, landscaping. Sells residential lots and detached homes. Finance develops, sells condos. Subleases office building. Is insurance agency for fire and earthquake insurance. Energy segment manages solar generation facilities. Okay, that thing again, eh? Okay. We're gonna expand this for later. Look at later. Enterprise value. Ooh, a lot of cash. A lot of cash. Oh, they pay down debt. That's good. They pay down. Ooh, okay, yeah, nice. Consistently paying down debt. Wow, okay, so market cap dropped. It kind of stagnant until COVID, and then boom. I guess this could be due to renovation and construction. And yeah, a lot of cash. But historically, where is it at? Okay, because it's a construction company, they do need to retain quite a bit of cash just to fund the construction projects. So it's not surprising that they have a lot of cash, like above 30 million. Question is 26 too low, you know? But I guess they did use it to pay down debt. So this was 18, this would be 34. So that would be normal. But I guess net cash is similar, right? So this would be net cash 17, 17, 17, 17, 3. Okay. Okay, 3, and then they paid it down. Okay. EV EBIT. Okay, it's increase actually. So multiple expansion from this company. So a question I have later on is what has led to the multiple expansion? So, oh wow, expanded even more. Okay, now this is a growth multiple though. What warrants this growth multiple though? Okay, profitability. What does that mean? Take a look at that. Wow. These are good ROEs, but then ROA. Right, because there's a factor in the cash component. And they use debt to this 5%. Oh, this is kind of hmm. What's the income statement say? They're growing revenues. I mean 60 billion yen. Oh, I don't know if I like that. It doesn't increase that much. Gross profit it hasn't increased that much. Yeah, but then okay, enterprise value, what do we think it's worth? Excuse me. So 100 billion, net 91. 91 on, I think it was 12, right? 91 on 12, so around 8 times. Oh, wait, no, this is 7. Oh, wait, no. We didn't look at annual. Oh, I guess, okay, hold on. What? Hold on. That does not look right. Right, so if it's 91, this is like around 8 times, right? Then why is the LTM so low? Doesn't make sense. What? Okay, so on the fiscal year basis, it's 12. Yeah, okay. Their investments look like what are they spending on capex? Appreciation isn't very much. FX 2. I wonder if this is similar to maintenance, but then instead of maintenance, they're hiring contractors to do these things. It could be asset light, honestly. Yeah, so you need the total current assets dropped. Assets has dropped. They're paying down debt as well. Retained earnings going up. That's good. ROIC has gone up. ROIC has gone up. Yeah, then you know what? My question then is, how do they keep going sales, right? How do they continue doing that? I mean, there's not that much margin expansion here. There's not much. It's stayed kind of stagnant here. And then at this, okay, let's go back to the multiples part. Do we really think that that's cheap? No, I don't think that's cheap. I don't think that's cheap. We're gonna ignore this now. Done. 1419. Yeah, just say I rejected it. Somehow the 1417 to 1419 just all got screwed. That's funny. Yeah. Okay. 2:40, 2 hours and 45 minutes. I think we do one more. Shall we do one more? Take a look at the thing. Time at home. I think we left off on a good spot. We went through how many companies today? We went through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 companies. 7 companies in little over 2.5 hours. Okay. But I think if we do the 15-minute thing and then we have a quick rejection process, I can definitely probably streamline it to probably, I want to say, hopefully 5 or 6 an hour. Right, 5 or 6 an hour. If I do a 3-hour stream, that's 18. Do 4-hour stream, 24. Okay, and then in 4 days of streaming, I go through almost 100 companies, and I will get better at this as I go. That's kind of cool. That's where we left off. Page we left off. So we gotta kind of save this for the future. We are currently on page 93, and we're gonna end up on 141 Travel Holdings 93. Cool. Thank you. Thanks, Michael. Yeah, I'm gonna review this stream. It's already been 3 hours, so I'm gonna review it, see anywhere where I can improve it. And yeah, before I end the stream, how about you guys offer any suggestions or areas I can improve, what you guys want to see for future streams? Yeah, just open to any feedback whatsoever. And I can just turn this into a chat, and we can just chat before I end the stream officially. I think there's an intermission thing. What is that like? Oh, okay, intermission. It's a chat box. Chat box. Ooh. Okay, so I guess we can do this. In chat, there are still 3 people, 3 viewers. I guess 2 of them are staying silent. Yeah, I think I will wait maybe a minute, and then if I don't see any questions, I'm gonna end the stream. But yes, thank you guys very much for tuning in. I guess I might as well end the stream on a shout out, of continuous compounding. Be sure to check out my Substack. My latest stock pitch has been in Glory 6457 deep dive. If I were to be honest on where this one lies, I would say that well, currently the price has gone up quite substantially, but if you can get in at a price 2,500 below, I would consider it somewhere between A or S. Yeah, that's where I would put it. Yeah, and then also follow me on Substack as well, or Twitter as well. And yeah, I am help me get over 2,100 followers. That'll be great. Okay. All right. I see no more questions. Thanks a lot, guys. You guys have been awesome. Thanks for, after like 15 minutes or 10 minutes of stream, the stream hasn't hit lower than 1. So that, I think that is an accomplishment in and of itself. Got as high as 6. I feel very happy. I wasn't expecting to even get like this many people. I thought like 1 or 2 people would show up, but I am very happy that I got, up to 6 at one point on an average, probably like 3 or 4. But yeah, thanks a lot, guys. Catch you next time, and be sure to tune into my Twitter. I will announce Twitter and Substack. I'll announce more details about the challenge. I'm going to add some spice to it, make it more engaging and fun.